The next part of my journey would take me from Phetchaburi down through Cham Hua Hin on the Gulf of Thailand to Chumpon, then crossing over the isthmus to Ranong, down to Phang, over the causeway to Phuket, and then across to Khiri, Prang, as far south as Satun, before turning back to the Gulf of Thailand at Songkhla, Patalung, Nakhon Si Thammarat, and then up to Surat Thani, winding up at Koh Samui. Quite an epic journey. There are some spectacular wildlife reserves, waterfalls, very good hiking country, and inevitably temples. This was a palace and temple built for King Chulalongkorn, right on top of the hill. Passing through the rice fields, you can climb up to the Keng Krachang Dam and Reservoir. This is quite a big storage reservoir with a powerful outlet, but it also affords some spectacular views. And finally, I am on the Gulf of Thailand. And so, after visiting Mae Hong Son, Tak, Kanchanaburi, through the mountainous north of the country, through Ratchaburi, Phetchaburi is on the Gulf of Thailand. Prachuap Khiri Khan is the next province on the list, and whilst Hua Hin is not the provincial capital, it is probably one of the most famous towns in the area. The railway station remains largely intact, even though it is not as attractive as it used to be, because instead of historic locomotives, there is a huge concrete support for a double-track railway, which will replace the picturesque old lines. I guess progress is necessary. In addition to the new track, some very modern high-speed trains have been ordered. Well, I hope they've been ordered. They will replace these old diesel locomotives, and quaint as they are, one has to say they are not very efficient at all, which is why so many people use cars and motorways, and why the traffic is awful. Time for a bit of Hua Hin nightlife without the burden of the car. Down to the beach for the Hua Hin Jazz Festival. This band is called Shakatak, a real blast from the past. Famous in the early 1980s for their smooth jazz, they are still going strong and very good at what they do. But they've had 40 years of practice. Hua Hin is a lovely place to visit, but travel for about half an hour further south and you get to one of my real favourite places, Sam Royot National Park. Sam Royot means 300 hills, and these limestone mountains are right on the seafront. The beaches are lined with pine trees, and if you are feeling strong and fit, you can climb to the Nakhon cave. Sure enough, another climb. And in the middle of this climb, I get calls from the... Here it comes again.
It's the And that's where my route takes me. Those are stairs, believe it or not, up into the mountain. Ah, somebody coming down.
A punishing climb, but well worth it, because if you get there at 10:30 in the morning, you will see the sun come through the roof of the cave and play magic on the temple that was built there by King Chulalongkorn. And just before leaving Prachuap Khiri Khan and heading on to Chumpon and Ranong, this is an interesting trick of the eye. Go Nom Sao and Go Ko Ram are two islands, but seen from a certain angle, they look like the Great Pyramids of Giza, submerged in the Gulf of Thailand. Strange.